Okay, this then is going to be the record-breaking video. I feel like we should have some strange music in the background for this, but we're not going to. This then, for those that have done their research, is Armageddon. Armageddon meaning probably the end of the world. This then is the world's strongest beer. I repeat, the world's strongest beer. I know you're sitting there thinking, well, how the hell can you make a world's strongest beer? It doesn't exist, I do not believe you, etc, etc. Go ahead and look it up. But for the meantime, just sit back and relax and watch this video, because we shall explain all. Basically, this then is a beer from Scotland called Armageddon. And there's your proof, 65%, and it even says there, the world's strongest beer. This is made in Scotland, and basically involves Scottish spring water, so the purest of water. When it's finished in the brewery process, it's freeze fermented to remove much of the water to leave 65%. I know, sounds crazy. How the hell can you remove water from a beer because in theory it wouldn't be a beer? Well, that's where you're wrong, because it still consists of hops, barley and yeast, and probably some sugar as well to make it strength. But there we go, I'm not a brewer, I just do these videos for you guys out there. I just would like to say, just to show how strong this stuff really is, there we go, can you see that? See where it says contains, once the video camera sorts itself. There we go, look, 22.1 units, can you see that? 22.1 units. I mean, that is about your weekly daily allowance on alcohol in general. I think, you know, it's just crazy. Right, there's the cap, just a nice bright yellow colour, so something to brighten your day up, nothing special. We recommend that you take your time with this. The consistency looks thick. Notice there's no carbonation. There's not even a head. It just purely looks like a cough mixture, or maybe a whiskey or a brandy or something. But you can see then that it is just thick. No carbs, no head. Oh boy. Never had this before, so we recommend you drink it slowly. We recommend you drink responsibly, unless you're a nutter. We've capped this with a bottle stopper, purely because we want to keep the beer fresh, and second of all, when drinking this you'll note that there is no fizz, so it can't really go flat, but we just want to preserve all the flavour and just to make sure as well, because don't forget, you can't lay this bottle down now that it's open, so hence why the cap's in. Right, so let's get on with the smell of the world's strongest beer. Okay, strong alcohol hit with fruity tones. Yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely that's what I'm getting, and there's a slight roasted malt or barley. I'm not sure what one is. I think it's barley. Is it roasted barley? I don't know. I'm not an expert brewer, but one of the two. And it comes through quite potent, really. Nice fruity smell, but the consistency looks kind of thick, as you can see. No lacing because there is no carbonation, there is no head. But as I said to you, and I'm going to say it again, we recommend you drink it in small dosages, because a 330ml bottle, to drink all of this at 65%, you've got to be mad, and second of all, I don't think it'll do you any good. Anyway, enough of the old health and safety shit and bollocks that, you know, all health and safety nutters out there like. We're just going to go ahead and have a little drink of this, and if we die, we'd just like to thank our fans for following us thus far. And if we die, or if I die, shall I say, the channel goes down with me, but we'd like you to remember us and share the videos as much as you can. But if I survive, then you can just ignore all that. So, here we go to Armageddon and trying the world's strongest beer. Oh, Jesus. Oh, strong or what? lovely taste, but the strength in this is bloody strong. You get a massive hit of alcohol hit. I mean, the alcohol is just silly now. It is just stupid. Hits you in the back of the throat like you've just been, punched in the throat. Kind of a semi-warming feel when it trickles down your throat, and a kind of slight warming feel within the mouth. The mouth feel itself is thick. I was quite right. There is a thick consistency in the mouth. The fruity taste it's just great. There's a nice fruity taste mixed with the strength of the alcohol, but I feel that the strength of the alcohol overpowers the fruitiness just a slight bit. So you've got a thick consistency, bang, with the alcohol, warming comes in, the fruitiness is there, working its magic, and then bang, the alcohol comes in again. That's what I'm getting in the mouth, so a mini party in the mouth if you want. The aftertaste is quite long, it does stay with you a fair while, it's still staying with me even till now. But again, I can still feel the strength of the alcohol in the back of my throat. I'm aware that I can smell it on my own breath as well. Not surprisingly, if it's 22.1 units of alcohol and it's 65%, that's what you'd expect. I'm going in for another one. Okay, it somehow tastes different the second time I've had this now. It doesn't seem as strong. I don't know if that's because I don't notice the alcohol or I don't notice anything else, but the fruitiness is there again. This time the fruitiness takes over. A little alcohol hit at the end on the finish. I'd say it's quite refreshing and very smooth, I must add, and insanely drinkable. Even a novice could drink this if you're not used to your strong beers, but 65%. You ain't going to have no problem drinking this, I tell you that now. Unless you don't like the strong hit. Strong hit reminds me of whiskey, maybe. Somewhere in that era. Yeah, it's alright. But when you drink through the glass and the beer, you also get the smell of the fruitiness and a tiny wee bit of the alcohol. And it shoots up your nostrils, into the back of your nose, and it just smells wonderful. And then you drink it, and then again there's this party in your mouth. It just comes in with the alcohol, bang, in with the fruitiness, bang, and it's just, I don't know how they've done this, but they've just produced something really good here. They're onto something. Not surprisingly then, that it's claimed the world's strongest beer, because I tell you what, this is going to take some beating at 65%. As I've said before, or may not have said, it's triple freezed, so basically they extract all the water out of it when they brew it, hence why they can get it at 65%. So for all those that are sitting there going, hold on a minute, it's not really a beer, because a beer should be golden, it should have a head on it, and it should have carbonation. Yeah, to some degree you are right, but this is still made with the most ingredients of a beer. It even says it on the back there, using spring water, hops, barley and yeast. So there we go, read it for yourself if you don't believe me. So there we go, you can also see that it says there about the freeze fermentation, and it allows it to be basically strong because they've extracted all the water. So in a theory, I don't see why they're using spring water if they've extracted it all. But hey, I'm not one to argue. This then, a very nice beer from Scotland. A brief history of this beer then is, for those that you don't know, there's a secret war going on in the beer world. People like myself know it, and keen, avid beer drinkers know it too. And if you're unfamiliar with it, I'll give you a quick demo. All it is then is two countries involved. Scotland, well, we're from Scotland, and we've got the Germans. So Scotland and Germany are now, and have been, fighting for the world's strongest beer for many years. And what they do is, I don't know who started it or how it even came about, but all I do know is there's been some really good beers back and forth from both countries. The German ones are slightly harder to get hold of. I don't know why, because they tend to keep it top secret so that the Scottish don't fight back and produce beer as better, you know. I have had the previous World's Strongest beer, which would be about the 4th, 5th strongest beer now, which was 41%, and that was called Sink the Bismarck. Very addictive, very fruity, and I ended up drinking a 330ml bottle in the space of 2 days. Did I get pissed? No. Point being, I took my time. But there's this constant war going on, and it happens every couple of years. So you're watching this now. This was released, I think, about 2013, late 2012. It's now 2014. So yeah, give it another few years, another 2-3 years, and you'll probably get another one, either by Scotland or by Germany beating this. So yeah, I hear you ask, do we sell this, or where can I get this from? Good question. We personally got it directly from the brewery itself. We contacted Brewmeister, who are the company in Scotland. They were kind enough to suggest some places we could still get it, because their own brewery cannot meet the demands of this beer because so many people are ordering it. They can't produce it and knock it out fast enough, so, you know, the poor bastards are sending it to other people who are selling it on their behalf, so that's where we got ours. What would this cost you? Well, be prepared. This cost me £60 a bottle. That's right, 60. £60. In American, I'm not too sure because I'm not too great with currencies, but that would probably work out round about $55, $50, something like that. So yeah, a very expensive beer this, worth every penny. Yeah, so we don't stock it, but if you'd like to come in and ask us if you can part with £60 and you want to try it, let us know, and we'll see what we can do for you. So, nothing left for me to say then, other than saying I'm still alive. Yippee. And I finished it off. Right, scoring. Out of 10. Well, it's going to be a 10. You know, it's easily drunk, even a novice can drink it. It's fruity, strong alcohol hit, thick consistency, and it's smooth. Brilliant. Just brilliant. So, bearing in mind the next few years, 65% might not be the strongest in a few years, but it is now in the present of 2014 and has been, I think, since about 2012, 13, around that era. I think 2013 maybe. So yeah, keep an eye out, and there may be one even stronger than this, and if you're lucky enough, you might be able to try it, or we'll be doing a review on it if we're still around by this time. So, all the way from Scotland, you've got Armageddon at 65%, the world's strongest beer. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, like our videos, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to add us on Facebook. Go to the About Us section on our video, on our homepage, on our YouTube channel, and you'll just see it highlighted. The link is there, but if not, it's Ruku's Beer. So it's facebook.com Ruku's Beer. And that's all that's left for me to say, except thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon.